Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is just going to be a super informal life update. I have two big baskets of laundry to fold, and I figured, you know what? Why don't I just fold some laundry while I talk to you? I have a couple of things that I wrote down I need to remember to talk to you about, and let's get this stuff out of the way. Okay. So join me while I am folding some laundry so I can just kind of give you a brief update of what has been going on with us. It is almost 9:30 at night, and Braden is in bed. Caleb is having a little Kindle time. He is in my closet right now because he's probably watching something or playing something that has copyright music and sounds, so that's why he's in there while I'm filming this. But yeah, things have been so crazy. Mike has been traveling most of the month. Do I have enough battery? I do. He's been traveling really since the end of August, and my work has been super crazy lately. Just deadlines and stuff like that. Not bad, just crazy busy. And with him being gone, I mean, obviously we rely on his mom for childcare, which is awesome, but when he travels, my schedule gets thrown off, her schedule gets thrown off, and everybody's schedule really gets thrown off. And usually when he travels, it takes us, it's kind of funny, it takes us about a week and a half to adjust, and then we adjust and he gets home. So, you know, whatever. But it's been really stressful, but I feel like we're kind of getting into a rhythm, if you know what I mean. With him gone, it is not fun at all, but we are making it work. And I'm going to lose battery any minute now, so I'll have to go get another one. But yeah, so there's that. And another thing, my hair. Are we liking it? It's hard to see in this terrible lighting because it's nighttime, but I've been doing the curly girl method since like middle of July, and I've been trying out a couple of different methods. I have more product in my hair than ever before in life. It's kind of crazy, but it is working for me now. My curls are getting to the place where I'm starting to actually kind of enjoy them, and they're getting more manageable, and I'm just getting accustomed to the routine of that. And I can do a curly hair like routine update once I have it more, once it is more of a routine, once I've nailed down something that really works for me, I can do that. So let me know in the comments below if you would like to see that. But another thing is we are about a month into homeschooling. I think it's like our 5th or 6th week. I can't remember exactly. But, you know, I should do a whole video on this, and I'm sure I will, just kind of a homeschooling update. But just real quickly, one thing that I have learned is kind of what people told me going into this for a long time. I mean, I had an idea that with a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, especially a 5-year-old, that I would do, you know, workbooks, worksheets, stuff like that he did in pre-K, which I kind of wanted to just build on the good foundation that he got last year in classroom pre-K. And people told me when they're little like that, let them play, read to them, get like manipulatives, things they can do with their hands. So talk with undies in my hands. And I just was like, no, that can't be it. That can't be it. Just read to them, just play with them. Like, sure, I know they need to learn through play, but it's hard for the adult brain to get that. And so I just kind of ignored it for a while. And then after we got about 3 weeks into it, my lesson plan and getting through our homeschooling lessons every day it was becoming like pulling teeth. There are certain things he's really loving, even some workbooks, but other things he is just not into. And you know, he's 5. He's a young 5-year-old, and he's not reading yet. He can sound out words if we work with him on it, but you know, he's definitely not there yet. And it's so funny how I've learned that really I do just need to play with them. We have some things that help him to learn by like building his Legos, making certain shapes, being creative, like that kind of thing. I really want to foster that. And again, I can do another video on this, but it's just funny how I started out, everyone said play, 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 and I said no, 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 and now I'm realizing that they were all right, that I need to play more and stop like drilling in handwriting books all day long when he's actually really good at handwriting when he applies himself. And so there's that. Let's see. Oh, health. I have a self-diagnosed allergy, and it's called oral allergy syndrome. And it was because of a comment someone left on a Facebook post that I had about what I was going through. And it was very much an aha moment. I was talking about, and I may have brought this up on my channel before, but last summer I dealt with like a really bad lip issue. Like my lips were peeling and stinging and burning and itching like around my lips. And there would be times I would have red, like dry, but chapped. I mean, it was really bad, just all the way around. I looked like the Joker. In my mind, that's what I looked like. Or a clown anyway. And it was really awful. How am I doing here? Okay. It was really awful. And over time, I realized, I thought maybe it was a vitamin deficiency or maybe a reaction to something. And then someone made a comment on a post that I had about oral allergy syndrome, so I looked it up. And I noticed last fall that apples and pears would make my lips just go crazy. And then the more I looked into it, I figured it was called oral allergy syndrome with a birch pollen allergy. And so I cut out the apples, things got better, and I slowly started cutting out other things, realizing that they could be causing problems, and it got better, and then it just kind of started to flare up again. Nothing huge, nothing major. This is not anaphylaxis, but this is like my lips and my tongue, and like the inside of my mouth and just right on the outside gets super itchy, and it is not fun. And it's like I'm applying chapstick multiple times an hour. Like, it's ridiculous. I thought it was my lip balm for a while. It turns out when I eat certain things, I react. And so recently, when I would go to Dunkin' Donuts or when I would make my coffee at home, I would put almond milk in it. I've done a video, I can link it up here, my iced coffee recipe that I love, and I was using almond milk in my coffee. And I realized that almonds can cause a birch pollen allergic reaction. So I'm like, okay, great. No more almond milk. I will try coconut milk, which I've been using coconut creamer in my coffee ever since then. And because I like to stay away from too much dairy, it just doesn't agree with me, if you know what I mean. And so then after a while, I noticed it was still bothering me. And I looked at the list and hazelnuts were on there. And so I realized I had been drinking hazelnut coffee for months because I liked the taste of it. It was all right. And I realized that was giving me a reaction. So I printed out the entire list. And you guys, it's basically, let's just put it this way, it's basically a list of everything in the produce section that I like is on that list. Not everything, but almost everything. Bananas, strawberries. I ate strawberries yesterday at Braden's birthday party, and I like started getting really itchy down here and up here a little bit. And I'm like, I can't have strawberries anymore. Like, are you kidding me? And bananas are on that list. Now, I don't eat as many bananas as I used to because I don't do smoothies nearly as much as I used to. I used to do them like almost every day. Now I do them a couple of times a week maybe, but yeah, bananas are on that list. So I'm gonna have to try and see how bananas do. Wheat, lentils, a couple of herbs that I don't really use, like seasonings I don't really use anyway. So it's like fennel, parsley, parsnips was one of the veggies on that list. Raw tomatoes, which is fine. I don't like raw tomatoes. What else? Green peppers, not red, yellow, or orange peppers, but green peppers. Carrots and celery, which, I mean, come on. Those are like, those are the easiest vegetables to get, and they're cold and they're crisp and they're nice, and I love them. With or without dip, I just love them, and I can't eat those anymore. And so, again, it's not anaphylaxis, but I have learned that, well, I guess it is anaphylaxis, but it's not anything major right now. But I've learned that these types of things can start out small and then just get crazy over time. So who knows what will happen in the future. But if you have any advice on that, with allergies or birch pollen allergy, or more specifically like an oral allergy syndrome, leave a comment below and let me know, because I would love to hear what you have to say. If you have experience with this or know what you're talking about, that would be great. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? The boys' birthdays. At the end of July, Caleb turned 5, and 4 days ago, Braden turned 3. And we had a big birthday party for Caleb, had friends over, and we had a small birthday party for Braden. I think in the future we're just gonna do joint parties. Their birthdays are 6 weeks apart. They have the same friends, they love the same stuff. Well, they're 2 years and 6 weeks apart. And so I think that's just what we will do going forward. But I just can't believe my babies, like, and I know every mom says this, but I can't believe they just used to be like these little bitty people, and now they're like big people with opinions and, you know, clothes that they don't like to wear or that they do like to wear. It's just, it's crazy. Sewing, back in the middle of August, in the middle of August, Mike cashed in some of his points that he gets. Now that's an upside of him traveling. He gets airline miles, he gets hotel points, he gets rental car points. So we're gonna do a vacation one of these days when we get time and can save up for it, because we can hopefully fly there for free, stay there for free, which would be a huge thing. So that's definitely a plus side of all the traveling, because we hate all the travel, but it's got to have some rewards. So. Sorry about that, my battery died. Had to go run and get a new one. So anyway, as I was saying, Mike cashed in some of his hotel points and actually got me 2 nights, I guess like 3 days and 2 nights in a hotel room all to myself for Mother's Day. And he was able to finally cash it in August, just with, you know, the craziness of summer and vacations and everything. And it was glorious. I took my sewing machine. Wow, it's a mess behind me. But I took my sewing machine to the hotel, and I had all of my fabric cut out, so I didn't have to cut any, you know, use my cutting mat or anything. And so I had everything. It took a lot of work to get ready for this. I had to cut all of my pieces and put them into bags and label what they were. And so I don't even know how many pieces I put together. I made some more leggings, I made some more shirts, I'm trying to think, I made one tank top. It was mostly fall that I was focusing on, and I've sewn basically my whole fall wardrobe. And, you know, I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to a lot of stuff, but clothes, especially the ones I've made myself, I found it really hard to be kind of a minimalist, because it's not about having the clothes to wear, it's about the experience of sewing them. And I found some really great websites. I don't like ordering fabric online, but I found some really great websites that have good deals and have good reviews. And so I would like to eventually, and this might be super corny because I'm not a fashion person, but I would like to do kind of like a lookbook or a fashion show of what I've made. And but yeah, it's definitely been a huge source of joy for me. The only problem is that was middle of August, and here we are middle of September, and I have not sat down on my sewing machine one time in a month. That's crazy. But we've just been so busy, and I've been going to bed like at a decent hour, which has been fantastic, don't get me wrong. But I just haven't had the energy to sew at, you know, midnight like I was before. Yeah, it's been a little bit difficult, but it's okay. I've put more effort toward the house and YouTube, which I'm sure you appreciate. But if you would like to see like a fall lookbook or fashion show, let me know because I'd love to put that on for you. But just sharing my passion with you. And no, I am not making clothes for people unless I want to. But I'm not taking orders or anything. So I know a lot of people go, oh, make me clothes, thinking it'll be cheaper. And I'm sorry, you would be better off going to Forever 21 or Charlotte Russe or even LuLaRoe because it's a very precise process, sewing, and I put a lot of care into it, and I take some time when I make my pieces, and fabric ain't cheap, okay? Labor ain't cheap. And so you'd be better off buying from, or even Etsy, some other people who like to sew for other people. I like to sew for me, and like for my sisters, I've sewn for them. I haven't sewn for the boys yet, and here's the reason why. They are so hard on clothes, and they stain clothes, and it frustrates me when I spend $3 on a shirt or $5 on a shirt. Or recently I spent $16 on a custom shirt for Braden and realized that's why I don't, because they ruin clothes and I stink at getting stains out. So if I put my blood, sweat, and tears into something, especially if it was, you know, kind of detailed, and they messed it up, I would just be so angry. So I just don't even stress about it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is where I am. I'm sitting in our bedroom. I'm not done folding, I'm getting there. But our bedroom is kind of the final frontier in our house. It's such a mess right now, but I'm kind of in the process of redecorating. When Mike leaves town, I get this wild hair to change everything. Maybe because he's not here and can't say anything about it. I don't know. But this back wall, here, I'll show you. This back wall up here was white. Sorry, back here it was white, and now it is a really pretty, this is exactly the blue I wanted when I got the little sample, but it is so pretty. I think is it Bear or no, Valspar, and it's like the perfect grayish blue, grayish navy kind of. And we have our duvet, which is white. I have a white duvet cover. I love white linens. It's my favorite thing. And I bought these new lamps. I can zoom in on those. It's actually the same lamp shade that I had on our other lamps that were Goodwill lamps that I spray painted, and they looked horrible. And those were $9.99 at Target, and we like just plain simple stuff. We are not frilly people at all. Right here we don't have like a bed. We have like the frame, the box springs, and the mattress. That's it. We don't have like a bed. We just haven't spent money on this room like at all. These nightstands are from Meyer, and they match a little TV cabinet we have here. But I'm gonna zoom in. This is so embarrassing, the mess. I got these curtains from Walmart. They were the only ones I found that I liked, and they do not look good on camera, but they kind of had the same blue that you see right here, and a gray and kind of a mustard yellow, I want to say, but they're good. They're neutral. They don't scream at you. They're very nice. And I think that is, oh, I was talking to you about the bed. Now, we don't have like a legit bed, so I wanted to make a headboard, if anything. So what I did, I found this on Pinterest, and I can link the pin here, but this is a DIY headboard with plywood. So I went to Lowe's and had them cut me the cheapest kind of plywood they have. And it was like this pink kind. And I got 4 6-foot by 1-foot planks, and I stained them with this really dark, it's coming up different on camera obviously, this dark stain. And my goal is to hang them with, and the pin said this will work because these are super light and thin, but you can actually use the like Velcro kind of command strips and stick them to the wall, like the kind that hold like 15 pounds, and this is way less than 15 pounds, it's maybe like 5. And you could stick them so you get kind of almost like a shiplap look up behind your bed. And I figured if we hate them, we just take them down, and it was 13 bucks. Plus the can of stain was maybe like 12 bucks. I barely used any stain. So stay tuned. I cannot hang these plywood things by myself and get them straight. So I either need a friend, my mother-in-law, or Mike to come home and help me with that. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I need to wrap it up and finish folding and get to bed. But thank you for hanging out with me tonight as I am folding laundry and giving you kind of a life update. I've just been kind of in and out of YouTube. Like I said, it's been crazy with just kind of everything happening at once. And I appreciate your patience with me. I want to put my heart into YouTube because I love it so much. And I just love doing it. I love editing. I don't like the frustrations with my computer and my camera sometimes not working together, but you know, that's technology. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to see more kind of casual videos like this, let me know. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to see more, and leave a comment below, you know what you want to see. Do you have any questions for me, or do you want to see any specific kind of video? There's a good chance it's probably already on my list, but we will see. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.